Hello there. I have an interesting article about surveillance, specifically as it concerns a 6G network, so the future of cell phones. And I think you'll be quite shocked at just how deeply they are going to be able to invade your privacy in the future if we allow them. So, Wi-Fi and cell towers may soon be spying on you without your consent. Wireless radiation could be used to surveil people without their knowledge or consent, even if they aren't wearing a smart device or holding a cell phone, according to the authors of a new study. So what we're talking here is basically they will have the ability to use the radiation waves that are basically everywhere due to wireless devices to create a real-time image of you, and of course every action that you perform, including minutes, changes to your breathing, the gait that you walk with, your heartbeat, sound. They won't need a microphone to be able to listen in on every conversation, etc., etc. This is a worrying development if you're at all skeptical about government or large corporations becoming invasive and enforcing their beliefs onto you, or using information about you, your health, your mood, your thoughts against you. So, it says here that the study authors are engineering faculty members with the Institute for Systems and Computer Engineering, Technology and Science at the University of Porto, Portugal. They posted their report January 24 on the Cornell University Open Access Research website, ARXIV. I'm going to link this study in the comments so that you in the description so that you can read it for yourself if you like. So the study showcases hardware the authors designed that leveraged ambient wireless radio frequency radiation to detect and render a visual image of human activity such as waving a hand or a person's breathing rate with over 90% accuracy. Do note this is all still in development, so 90% accuracy is very impressive, obviously. Now, the study showcases how the design involved a thin programmable surface, a reconfigurable intelligence surface, or an RIS, that communicates with computers and artificial intelligence. Now, they can manipulate and steer Wi-Fi signals through this surface, as explained by Fariha Hussain, the manager of Children Health Defense's Electromagnetic Radiation Wireless Program. Excuse me. Still not 100%. Anyway, by adjusting how radio waves reflect off this surface, the researchers were able to enhance signal sensitivity and improve their ability to detect subtle human movement. RIS panels can be strategically placed to optimize wireless signal reflection and steering, and may take any shape or be integrated into objects. Indoors, they can be mounted on walls, ceilings, or furniture. Outdoors and in urban areas, they can be installed on offices, airports, shopping centers, lampposts, and advertising billboards. Additionally, RIS panels will enable smart city surveillance by tracking pedestrian and vehicle movement. So in the future, every city is supposed to be a smart city, and every moment of every waking hour of your life, or in fact in sleep too, I imagine, you'll be surveilled if you live there. I wouldn't want to. Anyway, RIS hasn't been incorporated into current wireless networks, but it's in the works for 6G, according to W. Scott McCullough, chief litigator for CHD's, the Children's Health Defense, this publication's EMR and Wireless Division chief litigator. Future 6G networks will have RIS functionality built in, he said, and it would not surprise me if they don't implement RIS in the future 5G updates. Excuse me. I'm not sure about that last sentence. It would not surprise me if they don't implement. It would not surprise me if they do implement RIS in the future 5G updates. That's probably what he meant to say. Proponents of RIS say it will help with automation and monitoring healthcare patients. But several industry and government reports on 6G straight up say they want to use these capabilities for surveillance, McCullough said. Who's surprised? Who here exactly is surprised that they obviously want to surveil us in any way they can? They used to criticize China so much for surveillance, facial recognition cameras everywhere, and social credit scores. But now they're basically planning to do the same to us if they haven't already. They are sort of having a limited form of social credit score by basically making online services, especially social media, dependent really on you being, a good little stuff and not saying anything that they find offensive. And there have been cases of people losing their bank accounts over, offensive opinions. So, absolutely, we are seeing a future where, social credit score is planned for us, especially on carbon footprint grounds, to save the planet, obviously, from climate change. Anyway, it says here that the technology poses dangerous implications for mass surveillance, personal privacy, and data security, according to Ms. Hussein. And McCullough agreed, noting that the study authors are engineers, not ethicists. Their job is to figure out how to make things work, usually without much thought about the ethical implications of the machines they build. The defender asked the study authors to comment on the privacy implications of the research, but did not receive a response by the deadline. Basically, he's saying that this technology is like radar or sonar, which use sounds. It's about following the waves as they go outward from the transmitter and seeing when they bounce, get slowed down, or get absorbed. You can, with sufficient computing power, draw a 3D image of what is inside the beam and then proceed to identify it. It says here that technology can be used even when individuals are uncooperative. The equipment and the experiment showed the design was highly effective at sensing 3 different hand gestures, even when the person gesturing was obstructed by a wall or object. According to the report, the capability allows the system to focus electromagnetic fields on selected body parts while minimizing interference from the surrounding environment, and enables the system to distinguish between various hand gestures and monitor vital signs such as respiration, even when individuals are uncooperative or positioned behind obstacles. So, currently, there is similar technology already on the market. It's similar to Origin AI, a technology already on the market. Origin is a commercial Wi-Fi sensing technology developed by former DARPA contractor RayLiu that can localize motion with over 90% accuracy and even capture breathing patterns, she said. Origin AI advertises its technology will make your home smarter, safer, and more secure. With Origin AI, your ISP or security company transforms smart devices into advanced virtual sensors, creating an intelligent home ecosystem to enhance security, connectivity, and convenience. In a 2022 interview, Liu explained the evolution of the technology. We first realized we could perform precise indoor positioning. Then we realized we could detect whether a door was closed or open. Soon after, we found that we could sense a person through the wall by establishing the world's first radio biometrics. From there, the application snowballed. We could pick up breathing, monitor sleeping, detect a fall, recognize gait patterns, and even pick up sound without a microphone. So, this new technology has some implications, obviously, for how humans will live in the future, assuming that it is in fact implemented. And you can see that there's quite a push. I do know that European cities are trialing smart cities already. Of course, China will get in on the act. The Democrats wanted it as well. I doubt Trump would. He did say that there will never be CBDCs so long as he's in office. So I do believe that at least in the United States it's going to be limited for a while. But yeah, it's kind of boring. Now, asking Grok about this basically got me the same answer as the article, even when asked to analyze the research paper. So presumably it's quite accurate. They do, however, avoid talking about radiation effect. So 5G used a broad range of frequencies, including low band, mid band, and high band. The latter introduces higher energy levels than previous generations. And the 6G is basically just the high band energy waves. Now, we don't know what these radiation effects will be. Not for 5G and certainly not for 6G. When asked about it, basically Grok said, well, there's a lot of debate about it. The research samples are too small, it's inconclusive, we don't know. Some people say that it can cause cancer or cause harm to your brain, your immune system, your fertility, especially if you're male, the health of unborn children, etc. Others say that it's fine when we don't know. We don't know yet. Basically need for more research. There's a consensus that more independent long-term studies are needed, especially for the millimeter wave band, to really understand the health implications. The millimeter wave band is the high frequency of 6G. So presumably we are all lab rats in an experiment with high frequency radiation, and the experiment is going to be ramped up, despite the fact that we don't have results yet, so we don't know what it's doing to us. Although I will point out that autoimmune disorders, cancer, cognitive decline, lower IQ, problems with the brain, autism and such, they've all been increasing as the years go by, and strangely, at the same time, we've also been increasing the strength of the radiation from cell phones and such. An interesting coincidence. I'm sure it has nothing to do with each other, and there's nothing to worry about. But yeah, there's definitely a question here. And not only will the technology itself of 5G and 6G be potentially hazardous, I wonder about this research that basically says that they can, quote, focus electromagnetic fields on selected body parts while minimizing interference from the surrounding environment. What exactly is that going to do to you? When you are being spied on, are the spying systems basically focusing a heavy amount of radiation on specific parts of your body, and could that potentially cause issues, neurological issues or cancer on that specific body part to develop? I am wondering, you know? But all of that is, of course, untested, and probably, my personal opinion, will not be tested by the time that it goes live. But the only thing we can do if we distrust such technology is basically not be there. Don't live in a smart city and try to avoid it as you can. Because, well, we don't get to make the rules, we just have to live by them, unfortunately. But we can vote with our feet and our wallets, and if we do, we can have an impact on society, also, apparently with our votes, considering what's going on in the US right now. I have seen many industries impacted by people voting with their wallets, and I do believe that this is one of our best tools, although it is somewhat hard to use because you need a mass of people to agree on something and to take action on said issue. Otherwise, it's just not going to be very effective because, as it turns out, the coffers of the people, let's say they call them the social engineers or the globalists, they have very, very deep coffers. Mostly, it seems, from the governments of many countries around the world. You can see with the US right now, Doge is unearthing a lot of funding for all of the social re-engineering stuff. You can see the same thing happened in certain European countries, the Nordic countries like Sweden, etc. And of course, the British state, I don't believe, even tries to hide them funding these sorts of programs. Same for Canada, incidentally, under Trudeau. You could see that they are pushing very hard for the social engineering thing, basically telling people to change their diets, to change their lifestyles, exercise less, eat more junk food, and of course accept the 5G and, once it comes out, 6G, smart cities, etc. as the new normal in life. And I can't help but wonder if this is a good idea at all, because, like I said, we've had a decline in health, we've had a decline in living standards, we've had a decline in the economy, in purchasing power, and I can't help but feel as though the way forward, if we listen to these individuals and if we allow them to essentially win the culture war, is just going to be more decline, ever escalating too. On the other hand, if we reject them, I think that we have a decent chance at a long, healthy, and happy life. It's all up to us to resist the influence if we disagree, because otherwise we really can't complain if we haven't done our part, really. That's at least my personal opinion on it. Of course, you might consider that the radiation would have to be safe if the government certified it, and maybe you believe that being spied on is normal in the 21st century and just a part of life. I can't understand it, honestly. I would much rather live alone in the woods than in a smart city, in a smart house, with being spied on every single second. It's creepy, isn't it? Like, when I first installed Windows 11 on my PC, it just started giving me messages like, hi, preparing this and that for you. It's creepy. I don't want my computer talking to me. It's supposed to be a piece of hardware. It's a tool I'm using. It's not supposed to converse with me. I don't know. I guess I'm just a troglodyte in terms of this new technological revolution. But I personally just innately feel wary and disgusted with the way the technology has been developing. I'm not against progress in terms of making things more efficient and more advanced, but I do distrust basically all of those technologies that have a huge impact on your life and can be remotely adjusted or can remotely report what's going on, because I distrust the people at the other end of the technology. And I hope that it's understandable. They have proven themselves to be very untrustworthy. Maybe it's just me. Anyway, that's enough for now. Thanks for watching, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.